I'm Michelle Dortnack from Unata Aerial Yoga, and I thought you might enjoy today seeing a little bit of a warm-up sequence that has some swing to it. So let's take a look. I'm starting out standing with the hammock wrapped around my back, and my arms are through so that it can hold me if I start to sit down. And that's the very first thing I'm going to do, is sit down a bit into the hammock. So I have to sort of sit behind the feet so that the hammock catches me. And then because my arms are on this other side of the hammock, I have free range to move them around in circles. And I'm going to start to do a little bit of a cow and cat situation for the spine. So meaning I'm undulating through the spine this way and then this way. So as I sit down, I breathe in and I can reach the arms back and up. And then when I breathe out, I lower the hands down again and I can tuck the tail. And if you wish, you stand up on your feet. So you kind of, almost like you're going to reach down to touch your toes. Or if you don't want to do that, if you want to stay in the hammock, you can stay in the hammock, sort of keep your weight in the hammock and just tuck your tail under strongly so that you get a counter stretch for the back. And we'll repeat. Inhale, exhale, and you can do that any number of times, but I'll just do it a few because, usually people want to see things quickly on a video. Now, when I'm ready to try transitioning to something else, I'm going to take my hands and wrap them around the outside once through the center, and then I'm going to wrap them one more time around the outside and just interlace the fingers. And I pull the arms down so that I can really pull my shoulders down and puff up the chest and whoop, just float myself to the front. Now you could hold on with your hands, but if you're like me, where your hands have gotten so dry that it's hard to actually hold on to the hammock, then that might be a nice alternative for you. It doesn't really take any grip strength. Once I've landed, I can disconnect the hands and allow the fabric to stay connected to the elbows. But now I'm on the opposite side of plumb line, so now the hammock wants to fall away from me. So I'm just going to bend forward halfway. I can even bend my knees and do my cow and cat here without the hammock on my back. So I have an inhale and the exhale. Inhale where I'm trying to point the tail to the ceiling and look up. And the hammock, the deeper I bend my legs, the hammock really helps to pull the shoulders or pull the elbows back and the shoulders back. And on the exhale, I curve the other way. So, a lot of yoga, what we're trying to do is broaden and lift the chest because that is something that sort of combats what we tend to do throughout the day. This sort of slouchy thing. So not only does it affect your mood and it helps balance out your posture, but it also helps you breathe deeper. Yeah, so that's why, one of the reasons why we start out with this sort of thing in a class. Yeah, constantly going in and out of that. Now, when you're ready to go back again, because maybe you want to switch back and forth, you just allow yourself to start to sit down. The hammock, because it's at your elbows, when you bring your arms close to your sides, it really kind of places it right where it needs to be as you just float your way back. You may have to push a little bit with your feet, but not much, and there you are. So let's take a look quick. Breathe in, breathe out, wrap the hands, and float to the front. Breathe in, breathe out, sit down, and float to the back. And there you are. You can do it pretty actively and quickly like I just did, and then it'll be a little bit more aerobic. Or if you spend several times, breathing in and out in one spot and then floating, breathing in and out in that spot and then coming back, then it's just the energetic parts of the swinging are just moments, accent moments on your musical phrase of movement, as you might say. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed that little sequence. Check it out and be sure to tell me how it goes for you. Once again, I'm Michelle Dortnack of Unata Aerial Yoga.